Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. My name is Angelica. Welcome to today's reading, or as I call them, transmissions, because they are transmissions of energy, of light, of love, of remembrance, and of confirmation for you. So use your discernment, use your intuition, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, because everything may not be for you. Okay. With all of that, let's get started and into the reading, yeah? All right, my friends. So it's really funny because I batch record, yeah? And it's funny because I'm using different decks, and the first card that came out of each time I was reading was the same one, okay? Separation. This is going to be a little bit different of a reading. I'm going to link the other reading that had the same card, because there feels to be some kind of threads. I can see golden threads of energy. For some of you, it's going to be relevant. So I'm going to link that. I'm going to put a card, link it down below, all of the things. But this first card, separation. Yeah. And I'm also using a couple of different decks here. But in the separation card, there's a lot going on here. No, number one, it says return to your center. Yeah. Reconnecting to your center. So sometimes we need to be a little antisocial. We need to get away from people, get away into our own space. It doesn't mean that we need to reject or push away or anything like that. It's just more about disconnecting from the external noise, the external environments, and go back into your internal core, your center, right? In the center of this, I don't know if you can see, but this is DNA. All of it's DNA. All of these long lines, they're all DNA. So at this time, with this, it's funny because I'm like, is it isolation? They're like, no, it's not quite that. It's a different quality. It's more like, because it feels like isolation can be more prolonged terms. This feels like little bouts, right, during the day. I'm going to separate myself and go do this. I'm going to separate myself and go meditate. I'm going to separate myself and go work on my whatever it is, right? It's allowing yourself to separate from the crowd so that you can go internally, right? Internally, there's a lot of DNA activations. There's a lot of DNA coming online. I'm hearing multidimensional DNA, other aspects. For some of you guys, this is going to be abilities and gifts and natural skills that you have coming on in a greater capacity. This is interesting. I'm looking out of the window, and it looks like I'm seeing an elephant in the clouds. So elephants can be relevant here. Lord Ganesha can be relevant here. And that energy of moving shit out of the way. That's what it feels like you're doing when you're actually coming back to yourself and putting yourself back into just kind of separating yourself from the crowd, people, family. I'm going to go do my own thing. There's a lot that you're activating in your DNA. There's a lot that you're actually clearing out at this time. Okay. And some of y'all might be in your feels, in your fifis. I call them fifis. Call it in your feels. It says in your feelings, silent treatment and left out. But really, I'm feeling that in your feelings. So if you do feel some kind of way, you're feeling emotional, it's best to separate. It's best to go do that kind of separately, or close the door, take a room for yourself and say, hey, like, this is my space. I need an hour, or I need however long. I need until I come out, and then you'll be good. Okay. But it's taking these little, almost, I'm hearing timeouts during the day to separate and make sure that you're kind of separating your, it's like, oh, it's interesting because I feel the sense of separating my energy, separating my own thoughts and what's mine away from the crowd. I want to know what's mine, because if I know what's mine, I know how to delegate. I know how to handle that. I can figure out how to navigate that. Yeah. There's definitely take time to be by yourself, to meditate, to take silence, especially if you are in your fifis. If you're in your fifis, you need to take some time. Go be in your fifis somewhere, right? If you're feeling emotional, if you're feeling sad or feeling angry, it's time to separate and deal with that internally, because there is a self-soothing mechanism that you're building, and it's not anything negative. It's more so that you know how to regulate your own system, your nervous system, right? Nervous system's a big word nowadays. But regulating your nervous system, regulating your emotions. Okay. So if you're feeling emotional, especially, you need to separate and say, you know what? I need some time. I'm going to go take care of myself and learn how to nurture and soothe myself. Then I'm going to come back when I'm good, when I'm realigned, and we're going to get back at it. Okay. With all of that, and here's the thing, this is part of also why you want to do that. Okay. You as the spiritual warrior, right? Discover and honor your inner courage. So we do have wolf medicine coming in here, which is funny. It's an interesting synchronicity for me, and I'm not going to get into it, the whole thing. But you are the spiritual warrior, and the card, the vibe card that came out with that was exhausted. So I'm talking to a spiritual warrior that may need some extra rest. If your body is tired, that doesn't necessarily mean you need to go to the gym and have the freaking and push yourself to the max. It might mean that. However, at this time, if I'm getting this, it's saying you need to take a break. Even I haven't worked out in, like, I think it's been, is it my third day or my fourth day? And I had to force myself. I had to force myself for the first couple of days to not do anything. And now I'm like, oh, okay, this feels good. I can feel my body recharging, recuperating. But here's the thing, on the bottom, we have burned out, burdened, empty. Okay. You need to take some time out, separate yourself, and I'm hearing sleep, nap, self-love, self-care, self-care. Filling up your own cup. Okay? Filling up your own cup again. Again, I'm hearing, if your body feels tired, if your body feels sore, if it feels worn out, if you have ascension symptoms and it's just it's too much, and you're like, but I have to do this and I have to do that and I got to go work out. Honor your body and honor what it's telling you, because okay, with this, I'm hearing to take extra caution and extra care at this time, because um I'm hearing depletion. you don't want to deplete the reserves that you have, because in the time alone, you're repairing at a DNA, at a microscopic level, at a DNA level. You need to actually rest now, and rest is actually going to help your DNA repair, restore, recharge, come online. Okay? It's more about listening to your body more than your mind wants to, okay, let's go here. Okay, let's go here. Okay, now let's go do this. You got to listen to your body, because your body and your mind actually need to be working in symphony, is what I hear. It needs to be working in concert and congruence with each other, not against each other. And here's why. Because you're still coming out of a little bit of that dark night of the soul. You're coming out of a very intense period of healing, of releasing, of purging, and of clearing a lot of things out of your system. Okay. For some of you, you have been in isolation. Okay. And you're coming out of that dark night of the soul. But for most of you, it's more about taking the time out of your day to tune in to your own energy, tune in, meditate, be silent, listen to, binaural beats, or something that will allow you to recharge and reconnect with your inner self. Okay. And this dark night of the soul thing, you coming out of that epiphany, right? You're going to be having these big ideas, big inspirations, big, untapped talents, answered questions, self-reflection, right? We're doing a lot of self-reflection over here. A lot of self-reflection over here. Self-reflection, answer questions, untapped talent. So it feels like as you're coming out of this dark night of the soul, as you're coming out of this really intense clearing and purging and karmic freaking leveling of this internal space, that's why it's important for you to rest at this time. As you rest, you allow yourself to receive these epiphanies. There's some big inspiration coming in, and you need to allow yourself to receive it at this time. It's not about doing more work. It's not about pushing right now. If you're seeing this, no matter what time you're seeing it, my readings are timeless unless I otherwise state. So at whatever time you're seeing this, it's time to rest. Okay? It's time to rest until your body says, it's time to go. I'm ready to work out again. I'm ready for this. I'm ready. Like I feel like you'll get a very visceral, somatic cue from your body to say, we're ready. There's something that needs to click in here first. Okay? The epiphany needs to click in. There is a level of restoration that needs to process and play out first before the epiphany even happens. And in order for you to receive and recharge, you need to be alone. You need to separate yourself, because there's a lot that's happening here. A lot on the spiritual plane, really. And I would say just the unseen realms, because it's happening in your mental scape, it's happening in your emotional scape, right? In your emotional landscape, in your mental landscape. But this is all in preparation for the next step. Okay? So rest, pause right now is what I hear. Rest, pause. Rest and pause. Wait for the body to tell you. And this can all play out in the span of a day. Okay? You're like, okay, you might just say, okay, I'm going to rest. I'm going to do the thing. You might rest for a couple hours, and then all of a sudden you feel that your body say, oh, I want to get up and do the things. It's more about listening to the internal prompts that have over time become masked, become covered over with do, go, go, go. So there is a deep resetting of your internal prompt system, but also your ability to tune in and make a conscious connection to your body, that your body's saying, it's time to stop. Or, ooh, it's time to go. The prompting, internal prompts are what need to click in for you now. That the thing that was clicking, that needs to click in, is you listening to you remembering how to listen to your internal prompts and just act. Internal prompt, act. Internal prompt, act, and do the thing. Okay. So, if you have made it this far in the video, go ahead and comment, I am a spiritual warrior, because you are a spiritual warrior, my dear. Okay. To claim this energy, to claim, hey, claim this energy for yourself, because we already talked about it. You already know. And just to let me know that you made it this far in the video. And let's do some angel numbers, because I forgot that I put it up here. So let's do an angel number or two. See what wants to come out. Oh, there it is. Ooh, interesting. We got 111, intuition, insight, serenity, harmony, clarity, joy, momentum, self-awareness, initiative, and unconditional love. Now is the time to realize your long-held ideas. You're on the right path to turning your dreams into reality. The right people, circumstances, and resources are coming together to support you. Happiness and new opportunities are within reach. Trust the journey and have faith in the process. Okay, and then we have 14. Oh, that was 111. Okay, this one is 1414, which is light up. Good vibes, balance, respect, family, optimism, quality, new connections, and joy. The balance really sticks out to me because it feels like for some of y'all work, and you need to actually balance that with some fucking rest. Okay, that's why you become overexhausted, depleted, and overly, like you just get over giving so much to the point of depletion. Okay, focus on your needs, desires, and passions. What did I say? What did I say? Separate. Focus on your needs, desires, and passions. A lighthearted approach makes everything more accessible. New opportunities, a fresh friendship, or even an addition to your family are on the horizon. Positive energy will accelerate the flow of blessings coming your way. Okay? So 1414 and 2022 on the clock as I was saying all of that. Anyways, my friends. Ooh, and another 4. We got 404 on the deck, on the bottom of the deck. That is slow down. Slow down. Balance, power, struggle, force, violence, hope, authority, ancestors, restlessness, low vibrations. Warning. Didn't I say caution? Pay close attention to the people in your life, your surroundings, and your physical health. Don't freak out. It's just a warning to be careful and awake to avoid any further issues. Communicate and keep healthy boundaries. like I said, separate when necessary. Process by yourself, come back, right? Take a beat, circle back, my friend. But slow down, rest when it's time, go when it's time. You will feel it, you will know it. That's what needs to click in now. Okay, you need to click in those internal prompts because there's some of you guys that aren't listening to your body when it's telling you, hey, I need to rest. Hey, I don't want to work out right now. Hey, there's time and place in it for everything. Sometimes we want to push, and sometimes we need to know that if that pushing is actually detrimental to what we're actually moving towards and what we want to create for ourselves. So, my friends, again, there you go. Comment down below if you made it this far. I am a spiritual warrior. And feel free to like, share, subscribe, all the things. If nothing else, thank you for watching. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.